Hello, Madonna fans and friends, and welcome to another episode of Diva News. It's Miriam here, and I was able to grab this photo just today. I recently posted selfie from Madonna looking so beautiful, and I just went to check on it again because there was some writing with it, but it was gone because it's real, I believe, and those don't last forever. So I'm glad I was able to get a chance to check it out. And what do you think of Madonna's new look here? Is she preparing for something new? We don't know, but we have some ideas and some rumors and some things. Of course, we've been talking about the biopic and that she's back to planning that out and working with Julia Garner, but there's another Julia that might be in the mix as well. And speaking of ladies, Madonna might be doing some projects with. There's Katy in the mix, so we'll get into that as well, and as well as all of our usual features in our episodes. And thank you again so much for joining us, for subscribing, and for sharing your memories, your thoughts on Madonna, just so many great experiences and stories that you've been sharing in the comments. And we're going to share one of them in this episode and continue to do so. So if you have something you want to share or reflect on in future episodes or in the comments, I'll be looking and we'll be sharing those. So thank you again so much. So let's get into it. So the rumor mills are flying, and especially I want to give a shout out to Madonna News who broke this, and I want to go ahead and share it, but also to give a disclaimer that it is a rumor at this point. We don't know if there's any truth to this, and we're just waiting to see what happens actually tomorrow, because that's the rumor that on June 14th, well, actually today, that's when we're posting this. I usually do these the night before, but we are going to receive the collaboration between Katy Perry and Madonna. Remember the one she was working on just before getting ready for the tour, and everything that happened after the fact that kind of halted production on a lot of things as Madonna was battling her illness at the time. But there were a lot of collabs, some that we got, which was Sam Smith and The Weeknd, and Katy Perry was one that had to be shelved. But maybe they finished it when she got done with the tour and fine-tuned it and made sure it was ready for release. And the tentative title is Woman's World, slated as a new single by Katy Perry to be released today being Friday. I'm sorry, I got that confused a little earlier, but so let's see what happens. Let's see if that's actually going to happen or not. It would be really exciting to hear it just because it was something that was long awaited in the mix. And we know from the other collabs, they were so many different styles of music as far as what she was working on, being the R&B sound with The Weeknd and uh, now I'm forgetting his name. It's been too long, but um, the three-way what is his name? Anyway, if anyone remembers his name, the third person in that collaboration, put it down in the comments because I'm having a total space out. And then Sam Smith with Vulgar was a very interesting and fun collaboration. A little bit of a short song, but it was great for the clubs. And of course, she was already working with Sam Smith for the Celebration tour, as we later learned with Like a Prayer performance. And it being the month of Pride, I mean, it's very possible that's why they wanted to get this moving and get this going and get this out as quickly as possible for this month. So there is a lot of possibility that this is true. And if I'm saying this right now and in the midst of saying this actually is already released, you know that we're going to be covering it and reviewing it. So stay tuned for that. Back to the biopic news. Now, of course, we already know from the last video that we posted that Julia Garner is back in the mix with as far as getting the plans going for the biopic. And now another Julia that was originally considered to play the role of Debbie Mazur, Julia Fox, has been making some rumblings about wanting to still be connected to the project and play her. And she's a little concerned that maybe, time has passed. She might not be at the right stage for the movie because she'd be playing the 19-year-old version of Debbie, and that they need someone who's in that age range. But I think it's only been a few years, so I think it's still a possibility that she would be a good match for that. And with Madonna wanting to get back into work on it, if she was a great fit for that role, that would probably be a good idea, just to kind of get the ball rolling, and having a lot of the people that were originally scheduled to do this and have already worked on it, know a little bit of the background, and are able to like fit into the what they already studied earlier nicely would make sense. But again, Madonna gets the final word, and so we hope that all the Julias will be able to be working on this project, because they sound like they're really passionate about it. They're really excited about it, and that's what makes the difference too. Is if you're going to play a particular character and you really, pay a lot of attention to that person and have a lot of respect and admiration for that person and what they embody, and you're able to bring that into your performance, especially a biopic. I think that makes them the best match for the job. But what do you think? Do you want to see, who do you want to see be playing what roles that you remember hearing about? Is Julia Garner your favorite choice for playing Madonna, and anyone else that we heard back then about? Share that in the comments. I think I was talking about this in the last video, which was the Reinvention Part 2 series, continuing the journey into the San Jose shows I went to after the first part, which was the Los Angeles shows. And I was looking for my Los Angeles or San Jose bootleg cassettes. Didn't have any luck. I wanted to share that and play some audio. But I did go through not all, but most of my Madonna mixtapes through the years, and it was so much fun to listen to. Some of them played, a lot of them didn't. You know how it is with cassettes, but the ones that played was really fun, and we played some of that in the last video, as well as this one I was looking at, and it was such a distinct memory for me. Just this was the Virgin Tour, the Detroit show, which at that point had been released on VHS, and my dad had the type of equipment that allowed him to be able to tape it for me onto cassette in stereo, which back then was a big deal. These days everything's, digital, but just to even have anything in stereo that you were watching on TV, it was pretty cool. And I just remember how many times I listened to this. It just gave me so much motivation. I loved it so much, as we all did. And I also remember that I made this custom cover. I had these pictures. I had tons of pictures from the Virgin Tour everywhere because I collected everything. And I made this little cute custom cover. And it brings smiles to see this and remember all the energy and effort. I even put plastic over the pictures and everything. I was trying to be legit, you know what I'm saying? But it was fun. It was really fun. And so I wanted to ask the audience here, do you still have your mixtapes? Or if you don't, do you remember some of your specific ones that you played the most? And what were they? Were they remixes? Were they concert bootlegs someone sent you in the mail? Just share with us some of your tape memories. And speaking of this era, MLBC Podcast scored a great, amazing interview with Susan Seidelman, who was the director, of course, of Desperately Seeking Susan. So you want to head over to MLBC and check out that exclusive interview. She's got a new book coming out. I think it's going to be called Desperately Seeking Something, I think. But definitely go to the podcast, double check that. And I imagine there's going to be a lot of great scoop there about the making of the movie. Madonna going from, when they cast her, she was still kind of an unknown, just well known in New York. And then the big moment, MTV Awards 1984, Like a Virgin, and everything changed. And the movie came out, and she was, well, Madonna. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of great stuff in there, and great job MLBC for getting that out. And so definitely go over and check them out and support them. And but yes, tell us about your mixtapes. Wanted to share one of your comments on the last video, which was the part 2 series from San Jose shows of Reinvention Tour. And the person's comment, I hope I get this handle right because with my vision impairment, but it was at FFRRAA348, and they shared that their memories of the Reinvention Tour going to the San Jose show, they also went there, and they don't remember the exact date, but they remember one of the shows, the beginning with the Beast Within. For some reason, the screens weren't moving or working, and it was all dark. And then they were worried that maybe the show wasn't going to go as planned, but all of a sudden, like magic, everything just came together and everything started moving and everyone started to come on stage. So it was a quick save, and they said that the show, the whole reinvention tour was fantastic. And thank you so much to at FFRRAA348 for this memory. I'm trying to remember because, I went to June 6th and June 9th, and maybe it was. If anyone in the comments was in the June 6th, 8th, or 9th shows, and you remember something along these lines, please share with us which date that was that happened, because it is possible my brain is thinking, did that happen at one of our shows? But yes, great job saving that at the last minute. And thank you for your support. They also said they love the videos and the Madonna love, and we love having you in our community. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on the Reinvention Tour in San Jose. And if you have any thoughts on Reinvention Tour in general, we're celebrating the 20-year anniversary. Make sure you comment about that, if you were at the shows and if you had any special moments or have anything you'd like to share. But what an amazing tour. And you're right, it was one of those tours that just really impacted everyone because it was the first of her, like, somewhat greatest hits, though it wasn't labeled as such, just because of the amount of the biggest hits that she was covering along with American Life. So we love this tour. And thanks everyone again for supporting the channel. I want to thank you again so much for joining us on this latest episode of Diva News. And of course, we're ending with a rare photo for you guys here from the girly show era. And Madonna, I believe this is in Australia when she was there for the shows, visiting. I know she's had a sports team meet her and some other um, dignitaries and people, like, before she was going to perform. And this might have been during one of those meet and greets. She looks so cute here, and with a big smile. And I had this in one of my many clippings that were sent to me from around the world during the years running the club. So I wanted to share with you guys. Always, gives me joy to see her smiling. That's one of our favorites. When she's happy, we're happy. So hopefully this brings you some happiness and some joy. And definitely, if you have anything you want to share in the comments about any of our topics, whether it's the biopic, whether it's the Katy Perry, if that does turn out to be true, we'll definitely be talking about it, or if it's any of the other topics we discussed. And don't forget to join our Facebook group. We are under Madonna Everybody Fan Club. Over 5,000, I think we're at 5.1 thousand fans in there. So you'll be able to connect with people, talk about Madonna, talk about it, all the latest things going on, share your memories of the celebration tour. We have fan of the month. We have contests. I've got a lot of stuff I'm going to be wrapping up in there that we'll be getting ready for the summer here, and many new things that'll be coming. And it's so exciting to have everyone there supporting us. And we're a huge community of fans, artists, creators. We work together as a collective, and we'd love to have you join us there. And thank you again so much. Like and subscribe and be a part of the Voice of Madonna's fans. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye. Are you looking for a great Madonna fan club to join? We have place you need to be at Madonna Everybody Fan Club. Not only this channel, but we also have a Facebook group and a Facebook page titled Madonna Everybody Fan Club. You should definitely come check us out and join. We have contests, fan of the month, features, articles, and a great community for you to get to know and share your Madonna love with other fans. We also would love for you to comment, like, and subscribe on this video and tell us what you think. What do you like to see more of in this channel? We're here for you, and Madonna fans rock. So have a great day. Thank you.